Alrighty, before we get started, check this out. Dodge is pretty cool, or Ram. They put a drain plug in our differential. That is just the most wonderful thing. Now, if for whatever reason you didn't have a drain plug right here, what you could do is remove the diff cover and clean it all off, replace the gasket, put some RTV on there, and you are good to go. Wait for that RTV to dry, and then you can proceed to fill it. Or if your differential is leaky, this one is bone dry, so there's no reason to take off the diff cover. What we can do is grab some WD-40 or PB Blaster and just hose down that drain port. And I'm going to wait about 15 minutes for that penetrating fluid to do its job. So now we can take a 14mm Allen and remove our drain plug. I suggest a long implement because there's a decent amount of force at play here, or at least to just break it loose. And get your catch pan ready. And there we go. And we're just going to let that drain all the way out. While it's draining, go ahead and take your drain plug and clean it off very well. There's a magnet on the back side, so you just wiped it clean. There's a magnet on the back side that catches metal. And you want that nice and clean so your new source of metal can accumulate on there and not end up in between gears in the differential. Alright, it's kind of slowed down to a small drop here. Trust me, you're not going to get every last drop out. What we can do, I put a little bit of RTV on the threads for our drain plug, cleaned it off. It is really spiffy now. Get that started. Grab our 1/2" drive ratchet with that 14mm on there, and we're just going to tighten that up. I don't leave a torque spec for you, you'll be able to feel it, but you know, snug. There we go, that looks awesome. Remember, it's just holding differential fluid back. You know, it's not like it's holding a lug nut on or something like that. And clean that up, make it look nice. And check this out. This is how you fill it. You just grab a standard screwdriver and just kind of gently, you don't want to ruin this, remove this rubber plug. If this rubber plug is not in good condition, go ahead and replace it. And look, you can see right into the differential. So the differential fluid we're going to be using today is made by Valvoline. It is a 75W90. It is gear oil with our limited slip additive already installed. So if you have a limited slip differential, you need limited slip additive. If you don't, you don't. But it doesn't hurt to put limited slip differential in a non-limited slip diff. That is just fine. So it is okay to just go ahead and buy the stuff I leave down below in the description. And I have this nice pump, again, I'll leave down below in the description. Alternatively, you could just put the included nipple on the bottle and squeeze it in there. But this pump really makes it easy, which is nice. And the cool thing about differentials is you know you're done filling it when you keep, putting fluid in, and then it just starts coming out. And that means the level will be like right about here, and you're done. So just keep adding fluid. All right, this is quart number 3. All right, there we go. See it beginning to ooze out of there on its own accord? That's how you know you're all full. So we're at about 2 3/4 quart. So just buy 3 quarts. They only sell them in quarts anyway. And we can wipe up the excess after we replace our plug. Clean that off so it doesn't look like it's leaking, because it isn't. We don't want that to fool anybody. That being nice and cleaned up. Check that out. Wow. Now that is one easy differential service.